Yeah, so apparently PlayStation is done making exclusives. If you've seen what they talked about recently in their financial report, they were talking about they're going to be shifting from a console focus to more of a software focus, similar to Microsoft. But the crazy part about this is Xbox did this, and when they did this, they were kind of like lambasted by the gaming community and just gaming in general, saying like, well, Xbox is dead and all these jokes. And now PlayStation is following what Xbox is doing, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because people actually thought Xbox wasn't a market leader and they shouldn't be followed. They were going to die. They were going the way of Sega. But actually, they were doing something smart, and Sony's following what they're doing. And the reason for this is actually modern game budgets, because before, as we see now, Grand Theft Auto 6 apparently has over $1 billion budget. Spider-Man 2, which released on the PS5, was a successful game, but Sony claims it didn't earn enough money for them, so what you're gonna do there? And it just seems like now in gaming, budgets have gone so high when they create a game that unless they can release these massive AAA budget games on multiple consoles, it's not sustainable on one console anymore, right? It's like Spider-Man 2 wasn't sustainable and they put it on PC, and now they think they're gonna put these other games on other consoles. I know this video's thumbnail, the big shocker is gonna be Spider-Man on Switch 2 and Xbox, because it's gonna happen. Sony's basically admitted it now, and it's just a matter of time. So Xbox no longer has exclusives, PlayStation no longer has exclusives, but at the end of the day, I don't think this is gonna harm PlayStation as much as people think. The reason I have for this is apparently PlayStation fans, when I talk to them, they do not believe that having their exclusives on Xbox will affect them negatively, and they don't even care that that's gonna happen. They haven't even once told me, oh, that's it, I'm gonna move to Xbox now, because their library of games are all on PlayStation, and they literally don't want to lose that, and they do not care about anything Xbox has to offer. Even if you explain Game Pass to them, talk to them about the benefits of Game Pass, saying, well, if you have the new Xbox or a PC, you can have Game Pass and PlayStation games. They do not care. They're never were interested in Game Pass. They want to just play their games, and that's it. And when I was talking to them, their games aren't God of War and Spider-Man. Their games are Marvel Rivals and Fortnite. Live service platforms, live service games has been gonna go on for years. Fortnite's been going on for years and years and years now, and Marvel Rivals are just getting started, but they're not gonna stop. So gaming now is becoming more of a platform battle, right? Between PlayStation and Microsoft. It's gonna be who can produce the most content, more of a software battle, not a hardware battle. So it's interesting that Sony's pivoting, but it's gonna be more beneficial for everyone actually, because now PlayStation isn't going to have to be scared of making games that they think their fan base wouldn't really purchase. And these games are going to be much more successful, like Astrobot. Astrobot definitely, if they release it on all consoles at the same time, I'm pretty sure everyone assumes the Switch fan base would have bought most copies of that game. So at the end of the day, Sony is gonna earn more money off of this because their fans aren't leaving them. They got to the point where they're locked in, the walled garden is shut, and these people aren't leaving. Similar to how Apple locks in their fans and they're not gonna leave. And even if like you talk to an iPhone fan, and I talk to many and that want to leave, they want to transition to Android, and they just say, I can't leave. My photos are there, I can't go. I just have too much stuff, my contacts, I can't do the change. So Sony's realizing, well, we got them locked in. There's no point of having to go ahead and keep our exclusives. People aren't buying our system for exclusives. They're buying our system because they're locked in our ecosystem. So Sony's basically thinking it's time to cash out. And I think it's gonna work for them actually. Like, it's working for Microsoft. It's gonna work for Sony. It's just a new way of earning revenue. It's weird, right? Because it seems like if you go way back when and talk about Sega died and then they went third party and they stopped making consoles. But this is different. It's not like it was back in the late 90s, early 2000s, because games are now platforms on its own, right? Fortnite is a platform. Check them out, the amount of users Fortnite has. There's probably more active users on Fortnite than, no, not even probably, there's more active users in Fortnite than any game in history. Fortnite on its own, at this point, has generated more profitability than most game consoles in history. That's insane. Like, Fortnite is just like software that has earned more profitability than I don't know how far we're gonna have to go back, and I don't know how you would calculate their revenue, but I'm positive Fortnite's money they're earning is just out of this world, and everybody wants their own Fortnite. But if you can't have your own Fortnite, the best thing to do is make sure your games are multi-platform, and you can just throw it to every single user base and see who's gonna come and purchase the game. And Sony's thinking something that's smart. It's their master plan. Like, Xbox's master plan was, look, we're gonna get everyone to buy Xbox games, whether on Xbox or not. We're gonna use that to fund Game Pass, and we're just gonna become an ecosystem. Sony's way is, we're gonna become an ecosystem. They don't have a Game Pass. They have their Sony PlayStation Plus, and it's not as good as Game Pass at all. It's Essential Premium. But listen, Sony's got their own plan, and they're probably more single player focused. They try to do live services. It didn't work for them. Maybe they're gonna try again when they're multi-platform. But it's interesting. And their master plan of releasing their games, Spider-Man on Switch 2, Spider-Man on Xbox, along with the PC release, it's gonna work out well for them, because at the end of the day, this is going to mean that they will take more risk. Maybe they're gonna unearth Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper fans can rejoice. Maybe, we don't know. Maybe they're gonna unearth Jack, the Jack series that's been dormant since like the PS2. Like, the potential is there. And even Microsoft talked about it when they started becoming more multi-platform. They were saying, well, maybe we'll make a Banjo-Kazooie, because if Xbox fans don't buy Banjo-Kazooie, we know Nintendo fans will. So like, in like the scope of rooting for the console itself, I guess kind of hurts you. But if you're just a gamer and you just want your games back, like if you're a Jack fan versus like Cooper fan, like Ratchet and Clank still works with Sony. They still release Ratchet and Clank games, so you guys are gonna be fine. But everyone should be getting more games, because they're gonna take more risk. Because now, even if the PlayStation fan base doesn't like something, the Xbox fan base will. Maybe Killzone would have been successful if it was able to come out on Xbox and Switch too. Like, stuff like that is now possible. And Sony's new plan of just transitioning to that, it's gonna just allow PlayStation fans to get more games. Granted, it's making the competitors stronger as well, right? It's a negative as well. It's not just only a positive, making competitors stronger. But if you're just a gamer in general, you're gonna profit from this, because you're gonna have more games from PlayStation, hopefully. Maybe it doesn't work that way, but I assume it will. So it's very interesting. It really is. The next generation console is going to be very interesting. I'm going to go more in depth about that later, but to me, this is only good news. Sony's going to earn more money off of this. Everyone's going to benefit. The competitors are going to benefit as well. Don't get it twisted. But that's all I have for this video. It's not a Professor X. I'm signing out.
Continue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Game over. Thanks for watching.